Chosen one, what you are about to hear may shake you to your core. This is not a coincidence. You have been guided here because the truth can no longer be hidden. For centuries, history, prophecy, and sacred writings have whispered about the arrival of the one who is more than human, the living embodiment of divinity itself. The theories of the gods point to you. The translations of holy texts and the guarded research of scholars and leaders all reveal the same astonishing truth. You are not merely a seeker, you are the fulfillment. You are the God-human, the final divine being described in the ancient histories, the one who holds the true power of the divine. This is your transformation, the moment when the world begins to recognize you for what you are. Before we go deeper into this revelation, pause for a moment and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 chosen ones just like you, and leave a comment with the number 11. This number is a sacred signal that amplifies the energy of this message and calls forth the power of manifestation in your life. Chosen one, you are stepping into the identity foretold for ages. The time has come to be ready for a world that will call you God and look to you for guidance. You have been written into history's most sacred stories, and even the holiest places and the highest leaders have been preparing for this moment. You are not just chosen, you are the last God. From the very moment you were born, the universe whispered a secret meant only for you to hear. You are no ordinary soul walking this earth. You embody something far greater, divinity itself made flesh. Deep within your spirit lies a power that transcends human understanding, a spark of the eternal flame that has burned since the dawn of creation. This truth isn't just an ancient myth or a distant legend. It is the core of your existence. You are the living proof that the divine can walk among mortals. This revelation is both breathtaking and overwhelming. You carry the weight of celestial destiny, but also the grace of infinite love and compassion. Imagine what it means to be the chosen one, the unique soul that carries the hopes, fears, and dreams of humanity on your shoulders. It is a role wrapped in mystery and awe, a call to rise above the mundane and embrace your sacred purpose. Your journey is not simply to survive, but to awaken the divine potential sleeping inside you. Many try to understand who they are through their achievements, relationships, or failures. But your identity is anchored in a truth so profound that it reshapes everything you know about life. You are more than flesh and bone. You are the living essence of the divine plan, the incarnation of the eternal spirit. The path ahead will challenge you, but it will also reveal the magnificence of your soul and your irreplaceable role in the cosmic design. To truly step into this divine identity, you must open your heart to the magnitude of your calling. Feel the pulse of the universe coursing through your veins. Embrace the mystery and power that make you the only true God walking among humans. This awakening is not just your destiny, it is a beacon of hope for all who look to the heavens in search of light. The world around you is on the brink of transformation, and you are the catalyst. Every step you take, every decision you make, ripples through the fabric of reality. You are no longer a mere observer. You are the author of a new chapter, the God-human, who will usher in an era of balance, healing, and profound awakening. For millennia, ancient prophets and mystics have peered into the veil of time, capturing glimpses of a coming figure, a being who would walk the earth, bearing both human vulnerability and divine power. These prophecies are not vague predictions, but detailed accounts encoded in sacred texts, oral traditions, and mysterious artifacts scattered across civilizations. They have waited patiently for the right moment to be fulfilled, and now you stand as their living manifestation. These ancient seers spoke of a chosen one who would bridge the worlds of heaven and earth, bring harmony to chaos, and ignite a spiritual renaissance. From the prophets of the East to the oracles of the West, their voices converge to tell the same story, a story that points directly to you. Their visions, once dismissed as allegory or myth, now pulse with undeniable truth in light of your existence. You are the answer to questions humanity has long struggled to understand. Consider the countless generations who have yearned for a savior, a divine leader who would restore balance and bring enlightenment. They painted the image of a God-human figure whose arrival would mark the end of suffering and the dawn of a new spiritual age. Your presence fulfills these prophecies, breathing life into ancient promises and giving hope to those who have been waiting in darkness. This is more than coincidence or wishful thinking. It is the unveiling of a cosmic plan that has been unfolding behind the scenes of history. The prophecies serve as a spiritual roadmap, guiding you toward your destiny and illuminating the path you must walk. They remind you that your journey is not solitary. You are part of a grand tapestry woven by divine intention. Embrace these prophecies not as burdens, but as affirmations of your sacred role. Let their wisdom strengthen your resolve and inspire you to step confidently into the greatness that has been foretold. You are the living prophecy, the embodiment of hope, faith, and divine purpose. Hidden within the pages of sacred scriptures lies a message that transcends time, a message carefully guarded by generations of spiritual custodians. These holy writings, often cloaked in symbolism and metaphor, contain encoded truths that reveal your divine nature. Scholars and mystics who have studied these texts for lifetimes now find themselves humbled and amazed as the pieces fall into place, all pointing unmistakably to you. These scriptures speak of a being who embodies both human frailty and godly wisdom, who will walk the earth to restore divine order and awaken humanity's latent spiritual power. The descriptions resonate with your very existence, the challenges you face, the gifts you carry, and the mission you are destined to fulfill. It is as though these ancient words were written with you in mind, a celestial letter addressed directly to your soul. The impact of these revelations reaches far beyond spiritual circles. Governments, religious leaders, and scholars around the world have begun to acknowledge the undeniable signs. Holy places once thought to be sealed off from change now open their doors in reverence to you, recognizing the living divine presence you represent. This is not merely faith, it is a global awakening to a profound new reality. Imagine holding in your hands the wisdom of the ages, now clearly revealing who you truly are. This knowledge carries immense power, but also responsibility. It calls you to embody the virtues inscribed in these texts: compassion, justice, courage, and humility. You are the living scripture, a testament to the divine story unfolding in the present moment. The sacred texts are no longer distant relics, but living guides that affirm your identity and empower your mission. They invite you to step into your divine heritage and lead humanity into a new era of spiritual awakening and transformation. Throughout history, secret scrolls and hidden manuscripts have been discovered, texts thought lost to time, containing knowledge so powerful it was safeguarded by select few. These scrolls speak of a transcendent being, a God-human, who carries the essence of both divine light and mortal experience. Today, these ancient revelations are no longer cryptic mysteries, but clear affirmations of your sacred nature. These hidden writings tell the story of a bridge, someone who unites the heavens and earth, spirit and flesh, eternity and moment. You are that bridge, the living proof that divine incarnation is not just myth, but reality. This revelation changes everything, turning the story of human limitation into a saga of divine potential and cosmic destiny. The discovery of these scrolls has stunned historians and theologians alike. As their secrets unfold, a pattern emerges that matches your life, your journey, and your mission. The world is waking up to a truth that was always present but veiled, a truth that you embody with every breath. This is your moment to shine as the God-human, the embodiment of both worlds. Embracing this revelation means embracing the fullness of who you are, both mortal and divine. It is a sacred responsibility and a profound honor, requiring courage, wisdom, and a heart open to the infinite. You are called to walk this path with grace, leading others into the light of awakening. This revelation is more than a personal awakening. It is a spiritual revolution. You are the catalyst for a new age, a living testament to the power of divine incarnation, carrying humanity forward into its destined future. The echoes of your divine presence have resonated through the corridors of time, woven into the fabric of history itself. Ancient civilizations, from the enigmatic builders of pyramids to the mystics of the Far East, left behind symbols, myths, and monuments that speak of a divine being whose time has finally come. These whispers across the ages have been pointing toward you all along. History is not merely a record of events. It is a sacred narrative waiting for its living fulfillment. Your story is intertwined with the legends of gods and heroes who walked among mortals, carrying out divine will. From the oldest texts to the most recent discoveries, your name is written in the hidden margins of human memory, waiting for the moment of revelation. Imagine standing on the shoulders of giants, ancient sages, kings, and prophets whose lives and teachings prepared the world for your arrival. Their wisdom and sacrifices paved the way for this divine moment. Your existence is the continuation of their legacy, the fulfillment of their highest hopes and prayers. This connection to history is both humbling and empowering. It reminds you that your path is part of a grand, unfolding story, a story that honors the past, transforms the present, and shapes the future. You are the living link between what was and what will be. As history speaks your name, it calls all of humanity to awaken and recognize the divine presence in their midst. You are the fulfillment of ancient dreams and the promise of a new dawn. The moment you have been waiting for is here. The arrival of the last divine being foretold in prophecies and legends throughout history. This is not just a return of an old god, but a new incarnation of the eternal, a God-human who carries the final message of hope, transformation, and divine love. And that being is you. You are the culmination of all divine plans, the living seal on millennia of spiritual anticipation. The world has awaited your presence, often without knowing why. Your arrival signals the end of one era and the beginning of another, a time when humanity will awaken to its true spiritual potential and reunite with the divine source. This is a moment of profound significance for all living beings. The last god carries the power to heal wounds, break cycles of pain, and ignite a spiritual renaissance. Your presence challenges the old ways, inviting humanity to rise above fear, division, and doubt, and embrace unity, compassion, and truth. You hold within you the keys to unlock the mysteries of existence, the wisdom of the ages, and the boundless love of the Creator. Your journey as the last God is not just about power, it is about service, humility, and the sacred task of guiding humanity toward its highest destiny. Embrace this divine mantle with courage and grace. You are the last God, the final divine revelation, and the hope of the world. Throughout history, power and spirituality have often been intertwined, with kings, emperors, and religious leaders seeking divine approval to legitimize their reigns. Today, these leaders and the guardians of the world's holiest sites acknowledge something extraordinary about you. Their recognition is no accident. It is a testament to your divine authority and sacred mission. World leaders, once distant and skeptical, have witnessed signs and phenomena that defy explanation. They feel the weight of your presence, the unmistakable aura of divinity that surrounds you. From ancient temples to modern centers of power, the world has begun to honor you as the chosen one, the God-human who bridges earthly authority and heavenly wisdom. This acknowledgement is both a privilege and a responsibility. It means you carry the hopes and prayers of millions, and that your actions will influence the course of history. The world's most sacred places, long protected as sites of spiritual power, now open their doors to you, symbolizing a transfer of divine stewardship. Your recognition by global leaders is a call to unify the spiritual and political realms, bringing justice, peace, and harmony to a fractured world. It challenges you to lead not with force, but with divine compassion, wisdom, and vision. Understand the gravity of this honor and step into your role with humility and strength. The world watches, prays, and waits for the divine guidance only you can provide. Divinity is not a distant force waiting to be granted. It lives within you, burning bright like a sacred flame. You do not need to search outside yourself for power. It is already your birthright. This divine energy flows through your veins, shaping your thoughts, emotions, and actions, calling you to manifest your true nature. Feel this power in the quiet moments, the surge of intuition, the strength to overcome challenges, the profound empathy for others. These are not coincidences. They are expressions of the divine essence inside you. Your heart beats with the rhythm of the cosmos, and your spirit dances with the infinite. This inner divinity is a source of boundless creativity, healing, and transformation. It enables you to inspire others, break through limitations, and create miracles in everyday life. You carry the authority of the heavens, the wisdom of the ages, and the love that heals all wounds. Recognizing this power within is the first step toward embodying your full divine potential. It is a sacred awakening that invites you to live boldly, authentically, and with purpose. You are the light that dispels darkness, the calm in the storm, and the hope in despair. Embrace the divine fire within you, nurture it, and let it guide your every move. Your power is real, your mission is divine, and your time is now. When scholars began translating ancient manuscripts and sacred texts with fresh eyes, they uncovered startling truths, words and phrases that align uncannily with your life and mission. These revelations shook the foundations of religious and historical understanding, leaving experts speechless and compelled to rethink everything they thought they knew. These texts describe a figure who embodies divine human duality, whose arrival would signal a cosmic shift. The translations reveal precise details that mirror your experiences, your challenges, and your triumphs. It is as if the ancient scribes foresaw your coming and encoded their knowledge in a language that only now is being fully understood. This newfound understanding has sparked a wave of excitement and disbelief across academic, religious, and spiritual communities. The implications are profound. Your identity is not a myth or metaphor, but a living reality foretold with remarkable accuracy centuries ago. These shocking discoveries invite you to step boldly into the light, to claim the identity that history and scripture now affirm. They remind you that your existence is the fulfillment of divine design, and that your journey is part of a much larger cosmic story. Let these revelations strengthen your resolve and deepen your connection to the sacred mission you carry. The truth is clear. You are the living embodiment of prophecy, and the world is ready to witness your divine presence. In libraries, universities, and secret archives, researchers and historians have long studied the enigma of divine incarnations. Yet, when their work intersects with the reality of your life and identity, they find themselves at a loss for words. The evidence is overwhelming, and their conclusions are unanimous. You are the fulfillment of ancient spiritual and historical mysteries. This research goes beyond faith or speculation. It is rooted in rigorous study, linguistic analysis, archaeological discoveries, and cross-cultural comparisons. Every piece of evidence, from ancient relics to forgotten languages, points toward the undeniable truth of your divine nature. The astonishment of these scholars is not just academic, it is deeply human. They witness a convergence of history, spirituality, and reality that challenges their beliefs and expands their understanding of the divine. Their silence is a tribute to the overwhelming significance of what they have uncovered. You stand at the center of this extraordinary revelation, embodying the mystery that has captivated humanity for centuries. The research validates your experience and invites the world to acknowledge the truth of your existence. This moment is a turning point, not only for you, but for all who seek meaning and divine connection. The scholar's silence speaks louder than words. The last God has arrived, and it is you. Transformation is never easy. It demands shedding old identities, embracing new realities, and stepping into a role of immense responsibility and power. Your transformation is the awakening of the divine within, the moment when you fully become the living God you were always meant to be. This change is both internal and external. Inside, you confront doubts, fears, and the weight of expectations. Outside, the world begins to see you in a new light, as a beacon of hope, strength, and divine authority. Your transformation ripples through every aspect of your being, reshaping your mind, heart, and soul. Imagine this transformation as a sacred rite of passage, a journey from human limitation to divine empowerment. It is the merging of spirit and flesh, the full revelation of your sacred identity. This process will test you, challenge you, but ultimately it will free you to fulfill your highest purpose. You are not alone in this transformation. The universe, spiritual guides, and the prayers of countless souls support and uplift you. They witness your evolution with awe and reverence, knowing that you carry the future of humanity within you. Step boldly into this transformation. Embrace the power, wisdom, and love that define you as the living God. Your destiny awaits, and the world is ready to receive the divine light you bring. To be the God human is to hold a sacred authority that transcends worldly power. Your authority is not granted by earthly institutions, but is inherited from the heavens themselves. It is the divine right to guide, heal, and restore balance to a world longing for justice and peace. This authority carries immense responsibility. It calls you to act with wisdom, compassion, and humility, recognizing that true power serves others rather than dominates them. You are the steward of divine law, the keeper of sacred truth, and the champion of humanity's spiritual awakening. Feel the weight of this authority as both a challenge and a gift. It empowers you to break cycles of pain, transform conflict, and inspire unity across divides. Your voice carries the power to heal wounds and ignite hope in hearts weary from struggle. This divine authority is a source of confidence and courage. It anchors you amid chaos and uncertainty, reminding you that your mission is supported by forces greater than any earthly challenge. You are the living embodiment of divine governance, the balance between mercy and justice, strength and love. Embrace your authority with grace and purpose. Let it guide your actions and inspire those who follow your path. You are the God-human, entrusted with the sacred task of leading humanity into a new era. When that day arrives, you will not simply stand before the people, you will stand before their hopes, fears, and dreams. Each person who calls your name will do so not just out of reverence, but because they recognize something of the divine within themselves reflected in you. This is your opportunity to awaken humanity to its own sacred spark, not to create dependence, but to inspire freedom, healing, and unity. Think of the temples, cathedrals, mosques, and sacred sites across the world, all built for a day like this. Pilgrims will travel from every corner of the earth to glimpse the God-human they have waited for. They will bring prayers, offerings, and tears. They will tell stories of how your words and presence changed their lives, how the divine light you carry illuminated their darkest nights. You will become a living testament to what is possible when the divine takes form. But this is also a time for deep discernment. Not every voice that calls your name will do so with love or understanding. Some will question, some will doubt, some may even fear what you represent. That is why humility and patience must be your companions. Lead by example, showing that divine power is not domination, but compassionate service, not pride, but selfless giving. Your task is not to be worshipped, but to guide. Each prayer is a door, an opening through which you can pour light, wisdom, and healing. You will stand not only as the receiver of prayers, but as the answer to them. This is your sacred responsibility, your invitation to embody the love that transcends all boundaries. In preparing for this moment, you prepare not only yourself, but the world. By embodying the divine with grace, you invite others to remember their own connection to the source. In this way, you fulfill your ultimate calling, not to be above humanity, but to lift humanity with you into a new consciousness. Across continents and centuries, countless voices have spoken of you. Prophets saw visions of a radiant figure who would walk the earth in a time of great turmoil, bringing balance where there was chaos and light where there was darkness. Now, that prophecy has taken form, not as an abstract idea, but as you standing in the present moment. This is not a single prophecy from one tradition or one religion. It is a chorus of prophecies from many cultures, ancient civilizations, forgotten tribes, and revered sages, all converging to tell the same story. Each thread weaves together into a tapestry that reveals your face, your mission, and your destiny. The world has been waiting, and now the waiting is over. Imagine a child in a distant village hearing your name for the first time. Imagine an elder who has spent their life studying ancient texts, realizing that you are the one they have been reading about. Imagine people who had given up hope, suddenly finding their hearts ignited with faith again. This is the ripple effect of prophecy fulfilled. It reaches the deepest places of the human soul. Fulfilling these prophecies does not mean simply existing. It means acting. It means embodying the values the prophets spoke of: justice, compassion, humility, courage. It means becoming a living bridge between heaven and earth. In you, the prophecies are not only realized, but renewed, opening a doorway for humanity to step into a higher reality. As the God-human the world has awaited, your life becomes a living scripture, your words a sacred text, and your actions a prophecy in motion. Through you, humanity learns that the divine is not distant, but present, not a myth, but a reality. The age of waiting is over. The age of awakening has begun. This is the culmination of everything, the final chapter of a story written across millennia. You are not just another messenger or teacher. You are the revelation itself, the last God, the living embodiment of what all sacred traditions have been pointing toward. In you, the divine plan reaches its fulfillment. Being the final revelation means carrying the essence of all those who came before you. It means embodying the wisdom of prophets, the courage of heroes, and the compassion of saints. It also means stepping into a completely new expression of divinity, one that transcends the old divisions and unites humanity under a single truth: that the divine lives among them. Picture this revelation unfolding across the world. People from every culture, every religion, every background begin to recognize the same truth in you. The walls that once divided faiths begin to crumble. Fear gives way to trust. Hatred gives way to love. This is the transformative power of your presence as the final revelation. Yet this role is not about grandeur or spectacle, it is about service. The final revelation is not a display of power, but an invitation to love. It is a reminder that humanity itself carries divine potential, waiting to be awakened. Through your example, people will see that God is not only in you, but in them, and that together they can create a world worthy of the divine. As the final revelation, you bring closure to an age of searching and open the door to an age of knowing. You are the fulfillment of every prayer, the embodiment of every prophecy, the spark that lights a new dawn. The journey does not end with you, it begins anew through you, as humanity rises to meet its own divine nature. From the moment you were born, a hidden light burned quietly within you, waiting, watching, yearning to be acknowledged. This spark is not ordinary. It is the divine essence encoded in your very soul. It's a profound energy that connects you to the cosmos, to the eternal rhythms of creation, and to the infinite source of life itself. As you begin to awaken to this truth, you realize that your identity transcends mere biology or social labels. You are not just a being shaped by circumstance. You are a vessel of sacred power and infinite potential. This awakening is not a simple realization, but a seismic shift in your consciousness that changes how you see yourself and the world around you. Feel the weight of this truth. There is no force greater than the divinity residing within you. Every breath you take, every thought you hold, and every choice you make carries the imprint of this eternal spark. When you align with it, your life flows with purpose, clarity, and an unshakable sense of belonging to something far larger than the material world. Awakening to your divine essence invites you to shed old fears, doubts, and limitations. It calls you to step into a higher version of yourself, one who walks with confidence, compassion, and courage. The journey may challenge you, but each step deepens your connection to the divine energy that animates all life. Know this: your divine spark is your birthright. It is the light that no darkness can ever extinguish. When you nurture it, protect it, and honor it, you become a beacon for others, a living testament that divinity is not distant, but alive in every heartbeat. Look up at the night sky and understand that the universe is speaking to you through the stars. Ancient wisdom teaches that your life is mapped out in the cosmos, a divine blueprint designed long before you took your first breath. Each constellation, each celestial alignment whispers secrets about your purpose, your challenges, and your ultimate destiny. This cosmic blueprint is not a rigid fate, but a sacred framework, a guide to help you navigate the complexities of life. It reveals where your greatest gifts lie and what lessons your soul has chosen to learn on this earthly journey. Knowing this allows you to move with intention and grace, trusting the unfolding of your path. Throughout history, mystics and astrologers have studied these celestial patterns to understand the connection between the heavens and human destiny. Their discoveries affirm that your story is part of a grand cosmic dance, a dance where your steps resonate with the pulse of the universe itself. Imagine how empowering it is to realize that your life is not random, but divinely orchestrated. This understanding invites you to embrace every experience, even the difficult ones, as necessary movements within your cosmic design. It brings a sense of meaning and peace that surpasses fleeting happiness or external achievements. Your cosmic blueprint is a sacred gift. When you live in harmony with it, you align yourself with universal flow, attracting synchronicities, opportunities, and relationships that propel you toward your highest purpose. You become a co-creator with the divine forces that shape reality. Transformation is the heartbeat of spiritual growth.